me, no bitch don't play with me. Can't get your way with me, they chasing me. The feds is chasing me, I think they framing me. Who came with me? I got that thing with me, don't need no game with me. My niggas is my niggas, cause they share the same pain with me.
Yo, welcome back. This is the Hip Hop Seattle podcast. Yo, on episode 17. Crazy, man, 17.
Moving.
It's your boy, Cal Nadi.
It's your boy, Miss High Def, Henry 100K.
Got our special guest.
Mafi D in the building,
you
man.
Already
Make some
know,
noise,
man. You already know.
Appreciate you coming through.
For sure.
It's a big one,
good.
guys. We've been watching this. Oh shit, we've been watching this man's grind for a while now. We've been listening to all the things we putting out, all the videos we putting out. We've been watching your moves, bro. We feel like you're on fire. And even at the beginning, I think we came up with like what, top 5 artists or top 5 or top 10.
Mm-hmm.
We feel like we're on fire or some shit like that. You were a high ranking on that list. We really fuck with you like that.
Sure.
And definitely
Appreciate
seen like your accomplishments lately. We appreciate you on the podcast, man.
Yeah, already, man.
How's
pleasure.
your day, man?
Ooh,
Sorry, I'm fucking this shit up.
it's good. Shit, man, I'm good, bro. You feel me? I just came back. I took my daughter and my little brother to the movies and shit earlier before I came out here. You know, just running around doing the family thing. But you know, that Lion King.
Yeah,
man, you know what I'm saying? That Lion King.
Confused about that. Is that?
Man, I mean, some people don't like it because it was more like it was more realistic. Like it was like the lion looked like a real lion, and you know what I'm saying, and the giraffe, everything just looked real. So people try to say it took the kid element out the movie.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I enjoyed it. I liked it. You know what I'm saying? So you know, everybody got their own opinions. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I feel like if you treat it as a separate thing, just as a movie, you can find enjoyment in it because this is a good movie.
Yeah, for sure. And there's a lot of gems being dropped in that shit too.
When it shares the same name as like a legendary movie, though, I think that's where people start feeling kind of
because
I
mean, you gotta think, man, like it ain't gonna never compare to the original.
Wow.
Ain't nothing gonna ever compare to the original. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta look at it through a different set of eyes now. You know what I'm saying? We all grown, and I feel like the people who grew up on it. It's just, you know what I'm saying, they're looking for the same excitement or the same thrill as the original, and it's just not going to be that. You know
it's not going to. Yeah. I mean, if you're going into that with that mentality, I mean, you're sure to be disappointed because the Aladdin shit too, it was cool, but if you go into it thinking that that's a complete reboot of what just happened before it, like, nah, you got to appreciate it from a different angle, just like you say.
That's why I didn't want to see the Jungle Book when that shit came out.
I missed that one.
I ain't really,
I wasn't tapped into that shit at all.
Yeah, no, but Lion King's a classic. I had to go check that shit out.
Lion King.
I had to.
Which is tradition on our fucking podcast to talk about the weather, man. You fucking with this overcast today or what's good? It's the summertime.
Man.
Take it or leave it. What you feeling?
Leave it.
Leave it?
Shit, it ain't even been summer for real. You know what I'm saying? The weather been so... But that's Seattle, though. You know what I mean? But
August, almost damn near August.
Yeah, and I can count on one hand how many sunny days I think we done had through this whole summer, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna cap.
What are we saying that this is? Are we talking about what? You got theories and shit? Or are we just saying fuck it? The world is just, you know.
Man, that's just being Seattle, man. That's just Seattle, man.
For real?
You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's just Seattle, bro. You never know, bro. You know what I'm saying? You never know.
We might get summer until August, or not August, but October. It might just keep going. It might be hot later.
No cap.
Y'all remember? I think it was like 2-3 years ago where we had that summer and it didn't rain for like 3-4 months. It didn't rain at all.
I vaguely remember what you're talking about, kind of. I think I do, but probably not.
It was like 2 years ago. That shit was nice.
It just didn't rain?
It didn't rain at all for like 2-3. It was, I think it was like it broke a record or some shit.
Yeah, it ain't happening no more, man.
It was dope.
Man, where you traveling from, bro? You had to fuck with some traffic today, or?
Yeah, I came out from I was in Kent, bro.
You're in Kent?
Yeah, I was in Kent, bro. You know what I'm saying? But shit, I'm here, man. We here.
Hey, we made it, man.
You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Yeah, we made it. Man, so Cal. We this is 2 episodes in a row. We got some crazy shit we about to, start the shit off with, bro. But let them know. Introduce this next little topic we want to share with Mafi D and get his opinion on this as well.
Yeah, man, we had Heart in the Paint. Shout out to Trent.
Shout out my boy Trent, DJ Trent, one of the hottest DJs.
100%.
Period.
It was at stage this time. Mafi D, you went on the record and said, fuck the club on the mic.
Yeah, man. I said fuck the club, man. You know what I'm saying? I got up there. I was sipping a little bit. You feel me? I was feeling it. Feeling real good. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I ain't going to blame the liquor. And I ain't going to apologize for what I said. You know what I'm saying? Because but I do want to say I could have went about it and voiced my opinion a little bit differently. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because there might have been some people in there who was watching. You know, Seattle's very political.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? And if you consider like a key holder You know what I'm saying? Everybody interacts with everybody. So one club GM might interact with another club GM or promoter, know another promoter over here, you know, and I don't want to create a bad rep for myself so that it'll go around like, oh, don't book him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's a troublemaker, problem starter, you know, in Seattle. So it's so timid up here. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of friction, they you know, they get nervous.
That's enough for them to say fuck them.
Yeah, but what happened was, man, shit. I had a show at Stage, man, Hard in the Paint. And honestly, Stage isn't like a concert venue. It's like a club, like a real club where you go, you have, you know, get your drinks and, you know, knock a couple females or whatever you want to do. But yeah, so I had a show there or whatever, man. Shout out Trent again, you know what I'm saying? He usually throws the Hard in the Paint shows, you know, and them shits be going up. Mm-hmm. And the GM there, man, he's just like, he ain't even from Seattle, you feel me? So for one, he doesn't have like an intimate emotional relationship connection with this with the city, with the town and what's going on, you feel me? So he don't really give a shit about an artist or, you know, all he's worried about is getting paid and getting his money. Mm-hmm. And I ain't mad at that, you know what I'm saying? Cuz everybody want to get paid, everybody want to check $1, but money ain't everything, you feel me? And there got to be some structure and some rules in this shit that's going on out here in Seattle as far as the music, you know what I'm saying? And who's who got the influence over it, or who got, you know what I'm saying, the keys to open these so-called doors. But so yeah, man, he you know, we had some problems coming out the gate with performing, and shit, there'd have been a couple times when he done, you know, did little slick slide, like, you know, saying really wasn't trying to let people perform, you know. And I feel like I feel like it's a usage thing, man. I feel like he's getting these artists that so-called popping, and he's bringing people in to fill his club. But once they get there, he's not too much worried about them performing. He's worried about more people buying drinks, because I feel like that's how you get paid. Right. So I'm
thinking that they're going to perform.
Yeah, it's thinking that they're going to perform. You know what I'm saying? They come in, you got a whole bunch of people that's waiting for, because I'm telling them, like, hey, I got people here that's coming to see me. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? And this is half of the reason why people's here in your club right now, because they're coming to see me. You feel me? And he's like, some, you know, you got to talk to him. You got to talk to him. Oh, man. And the person I'm talking to is like, bro, get on there. You know what I'm saying? But you the GM. You know what I'm saying? So in essence of it, it's up to you whether I go on or, you know, you oversee this whole
shit.
Yeah, the whole operation. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I turn around and he's like, everybody at the bar, $5 shots, whoop whoop. So once he starts saying that, I'm like, okay, I see what he's doing. He's letting my guy put this show on so we can bring people, and then once the people get there, he gonna run his money up and get his, you know what I'm saying, have everybody go to the bar, get the drinks, nobody on the dance floor concerned about the artist, but this is what the show and this is what everybody's here for. You feel me? So when I finally got up there, I went up to him like, hey man, you know what I'm saying, I'm supposed to perform, like I got people coming up to me talking about what's going on, and it didn't work. So a couple more people went up to him, was like, hey man, originally I was supposed to perform 3 songs. Okay. So once he did, he was like, all right, I'm gonna let you get up there, you know. But at that time, man, I wasn't even feeling his vibe. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even feeling him, so I'm like, all right, yep. He's like, you gonna do 1 song for sure. So I got up there, did my 1 song, you know what I'm saying? After that, shit, I was like, man, you know what? You know, I'm like, shit, I'm tired of motherfuckers who ain't from Seattle acting like they running some shit up here, you know what I'm saying? And getting in positions, you know, granted, you know, whatever you did, whatever he did to get in that position, I'm not taking nothing away from the man, you know what I'm saying? He worked towards that, if he went to school for it or, you know, whatever, right? But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, you gotta have some respect. You gotta create a intimate connection with the city, man, so you can get people behind you. You feel me? You don't you in my city, bro.
That's greed, bro. That's kind of fucked up.
You feel me? You in my city, bro. And motherfuckers probably think, man, ain't no soft shit, ain't no catting going on up here in Seattle, man. If you ain't treating Seattle right, bro, we ain't backing you. No, period, point blank. So when I got up there, I just said fuck him and fuck this club. You feel me? This shit ain't, I don't feel like this shit, it's not, you know, we ain't getting the respect we deserve. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I didn't I didn't throw no drinks. I didn't trash no tables. You feel me? So don't be scared to book me because I ain't no troublemaker, none of that shit. You feel me? But I just got up there and just said what I had to say. You know what I'm saying? And it was much needed. You feel me? And I feel like he went back to the house and thought on it. If even if he didn't, I'm pretty sure he ain't gonna never forget who I am, Mafi D. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Be on the lookout for some new shit, getting ready to drop and all that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to that later. But yeah, I just, got up there and just said, fuck him, fuck the club. Hey, I ain't doing that everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I left gracefully. It's all good, but it happens like that sometimes. You feel me?
I mean, you just speak in your mind, and that's something to respect. It's not something for people to feel frightened about. That's Seattle. We unapologetically blunt and honest.
Yeah, you
that's
just how we are up here. Sometimes you gotta be, man, because sometimes motherfuckers will walk over you, man. You know what I'm saying? And you can't let that happen, man.
Yo, and speaking of stage, like I have no connection to these clubs, so I can speak more. I could say ludicrously or just speak like we're trying to say. Like, yo, stage was dead that night. Not only was it dead, like the audio system, I'm trying to figure out my words. The stereo system, whatever they got there, is one of the worst I've ever heard in Seattle. So when you up here, I went specifically to see y'all perform.
Right.
Because I seen Hard in the Pain, y'all performing. That shit look crazy. Y'all.
Right.
The people that can perform, it was gonna be worth it. Me taking my time to show up to that place and paying for parking.
Right.
And then paying for the entry fee, and then I go in there and I'm listening to basically like radio. Just he going through the motions. He not even really there.
Running around this building talking about it's your birthday, happy birthday, all on the mic. Like nobody came for your little Poindexter ass, man.
Sit your ass down.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't give somebody the mic that's gonna turn this crowd up, and you know what I'm saying, and make motherfuckers want to buy drinks, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So man, it's really just like some fucking, I don't know, bro. He's not respecting the artist at the end of the day. That's just what it is.
He's not even good at business.
You're telling people to promote something, and then you're not even giving them the minimum of fucking just. You told them 3 songs, and now you're doing 1 song, and then you had a fucking fight just to get the 1 song. It's like you're throwing breadcrumbs at somebody that's you're not tapped in. That's unacceptable.
It's not even good business.
It's good. It's bad business.
If you throw a hot function, everybody in that joint is gonna want to turn up and keep drinking and stay with it. So why the fuck you chasing the drinks? That shit don't even. That's ass backwards.
You're chasing after quick money because people ain't gonna support this shit. Niggas is not gonna spend the money that you spend and take the time.
There's a lot of people in the clubs though that. They don't know about that shit. They don't realize what's going on. They don't realize
reputation is everything, man. Shit gets everywhere, man.
You
gotta switch that shit up. There has to be respect for the artists because the artists go out of their way for shit too.
But there's not one person though who I know that have said anything good about this man. You know what I'm saying? That's running this shit. That's running that. So like I said,
he's
that can
placing
travel
himself.
Too. That can
Who's
travel.
putting him on?
That can travel.
Whoever hired him from the spot.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who's putting him in the building in the first place if it ain't working out like that? Anyway, I'm not gonna get too crazy about it, but at the end of the day, I have respect for the artists. You know what I mean? And that shit just sounds corny.
Just think about how crazy shit gonna change when somebody that matters to the community. Because what I always think is you can either be part of the community or you can just live here.
Yeah.
Right.
There's 2 types of people. You either integrate, you fuck with the people here, or you just live over here paying the taxes and spending your life. But
it's being turned into, man. It's what it's gentrified into, man. A lot of people aren't from here, bro.
Once somebody from here gets into a position that matters and can actually influence shit, I swear y'all gonna see the scene change quickly.
That's facts.
Cause it's not like we ain't got the ammo. We got the ammo and the gun loaded. Just pussy niggas afraid to pull the trigger.
Yeah. We don't really have the platform to even. Do we even have the platform to even get to that point? It feels like we just don't.
We getting there.
Huh?
We getting there. As long as you got
a platform. We have billionaires here, but how the fuck is it not possible for this? I mean, we're not even. That's a whole crazy conversation.
They necessarily don't care about the music and shit that going on.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Problem, then, ultimately, then.
Yeah. It's not a big. Seattle don't got a big market for the music, so it's not a top priority for a billionaire to invest in the scene, because you know what I'm saying.
Upstream got canceled. Summer Jam got canceled. It's very big deals, man. And we ain't gonna talk about no disrespect. We're just saying these are 2 big things that are back.
And Sasquatch.
And Sasquatch. Fuck,
they stopped that
trifecta.
Shit. Yeah.
3 big ones that were. I haven't had the chance to go to these things, but these were big things when I was growing up and shit. And especially, I'm not even gonna go into that part, but I'm just saying these are very significant things for the town, and to not have that anymore. And it's really down to the artists to be putting up these dope ass shows that people are showing up for. And people are just counting us out, you know what I mean? You don't have these big platforms no more, you know what I mean? And we're doing that shit, you feel me? And we got Mafi D here, who's definitely doing his shit in the town. It's like, It shouldn't be happening in the club. It shouldn't be happening at any venue. That's all I'm gonna say at the end of the fucking day to any artist. You know what I mean? Don't be doing that shit. Get some real people in the fucking office who listen to hip hop and who are of the culture, not just over here trying to get a quick buck. You know what I mean? That's just, it's corny, bro. It seems like that's every single fucking person. And that's why niggas is rapping in circles right now, trying to get the fuck out the town. When you got these niggas don't know what the fuck's going on, booking the wrong people in the town. It's unacceptable, dog. We ain't gonna take that shit no more, man. Facts.
And it's a trip that you said that, like, it's known thing that Seattle don't really got the market for it here, but just the past, like, 4 or 5 years, the amount of people moving up here, the population is growing astronomically.
Man, what the fuck? Hell yeah.
A lot more businesses moving over here too. So it's kind of like if you're not gonna be in the forefront of what's gonna happen, because you gotta build the arc before you hop into the fucking boat. You can't just be expecting shit to work and get mad that your club's now full when all you did was Instagram promotions and
you're just gonna get your little bread right now, and then you're just gonna go back into what you were doing before this. You gotta fucking grow with the people that are giving you, bro. If you're an artist rapping on a stage and there's no audience there, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Same thing with the club. You can have the club and have all the money and all the shit, but if nobody's showing up, what do you got? So yeah, switch it up, dog. But let's talk to about some other shit. It's kind of controversial as well, man. We going in, man. It's Hip Hop Seattle, unfiltered, raw content. Cal Nadi, drug abuse and hip hop, lean, Xannies. All the shit that niggas is off of in the rap industry right now is being promoted heavily.
Heavy. Very
heavy, bro. Every new artist is coming out with this shit. Is this gonna destroy the genre? Is this gonna we know what the mission statement of hip hop is. Is it fucking that all up?
I want to ask you before I answer that, or before I give my opinions. What do you mean by What do you mean by Scott? Why are you laughing? No. What do you mean by destroy?
This nigga Mansa wrote this shit.
I was laughing because I know that's what you're gonna say.
No, let's just say it like this. Is it gonna negatively impact the culture?
Because I want y'all to, I want to ask you a question in place of that. All right. Have drugs not been a huge influence throughout a lot of genres of music?
Yeah,
from early rock to punk to pop.
It's explicit now, though, brother. It's very in your face.
But that's, in my mind, that's just all about marketability. Just because more people want to, like, I feel like a lot of people don't really do shit. I mean, like, by people, I'm talking about, like, the majority. There's people that got, like, extracurricular activities, you play soccer, this and that, but I feel like the majority that don't do shit, they just want to have, like, an escape. They want to have some exit out of what they do in their 9 to 5 or their bullshit ass situation, relationships that they get in. So it's all about marketability because the corporate execs know that people in the suburbs listen to DMX so they can get riled up while they play golf and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so they know that people in the suburbs, this is what the people that are buying the music currently and listening to the music in the largest amount are the people that this is what they're attracted to.
Okay.
At one point, it used to be gun violence, used to be gang. That's why that was the number one marketed thing. That's why rap music had a huge influence in that.
Drugs,
now it's more the drugs. It used to be about the drugs. I'm the dealer. Now I'm the
That's what
abuser.
I was gonna say. Yeah.
And
it switched.
Yeah, and
50 Cent and all them were the dealers.
Yeah,
now we're talking about motherfuckers like I'm doing the shit.
And there's a lot of Atlanta hip hop. No shouts to Atlanta hip hop because I love the whole region, but Atlanta hip hop had a huge influence because not only Future but a lot of artists down there. And at the beginning, the way they presented themselves was like, yo, I'm expressing the pain and my emotions.
You can go further back with 3-6.
Crazy, like
even 3-6, yeah.
Some of the artists who are promoting that shit, they don't even do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Future said he don't even sip.
He don't sip lean. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you said, it goes back to being marketable. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what sells. That user talk.
I just popped that pill.
Yeah, that shit. That's what sells. So
that's Billboard right there.
But last decade, it wasn't like that. They weren't saying that. Lil Pump making a song. What was his song called? Like straight up just called drugs or something like that.
No, it's a drug deal.
People were being strategic with it. I feel like we've been groomed, bro. Like now we just fully accept them saying straight the choruses. I pop pills. I pop pills.
Well, if you want to get even deeper, this is conspiracy cows. When I put the tinfoil hat on, this goes to like just the prison industrial complex and just the people that, I mean, you could say politicians, but not really politicians, but the people that dictate how society curves and where things are trying to go.
You can say what they actually are if you want.
I'll just say the Illuminati for now, y'all. But y'all know what I mean by Illuminati. Replace that with anything. But damn, I forgot what we were talking about. Before that.
Society shit.
Not before that.
Now, that's what you're talking about now. But we're talking about drug abuse in the hip hop as far as.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like, yo, if they want to do the most damage to the people that live in the urban areas, to the people that suffer through systematic oppression and that are always getting like fucked with, yo, man, let me now make you a fiend on top of all the bullshit. You're already struggling to make the ends meet. You living in a crime-ridden neighborhood. Now let me influence the music.
It's easier to take control of somebody when they're under the influence and when they're not in their right mind.
And exactly. They choose from that area to represent that, and that's the new fucking artist to represent that. It's like, oh, he looks like me, acts like me.
Right, and they come in younger and younger too. If you realize that shit, and I feel like a lot of these young niggas that's coming into the game that's rapping and that's popping, they don't have like a value system, and I feel like
elaborate on that. What do you mean by value system?
Like a value system, like they don't have anything. I feel like that they're passionate about outside of being famous, you know, or outside of getting bitches, or outside of the money. Okay. Like you gotta have some type of integrity, something that you gonna stand for. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and I feel like a lot of motherfuckers that's coming in, I'm looking at them and I don't feel like they got that. I feel like they got a whole bunch of people that's behind them that's going to continue to feed these drugs to them. That's going to continue to allow them to promote that scene. You know what I'm saying? So they can keep getting the revenue because they know as long as they're drugged up, or as long as they're doing this, this is what they're going to talk about. And as long as he's under the influence and I'm enabling that, I'll be able to control everything that he's doing. I'll be able to get into accounts. I'll be able to get it. You know what I'm saying? Just all that. And I feel like that's what a lot of labels, a lot of managers, you know what I'm saying? Even some people's parents and family members that's supposed to be having their back. You know what I'm saying? So
you fuck with labels and the label situation and all that? Considering all those are things that are tactics that are used?
Man, I've never really every like I watch a lot of interviews on artists. You know what I'm saying? And every single artist interview that I watched that said they was in a label situation, they didn't like it. It didn't turn out good. You know what I'm saying? And I talked to a few of my partners who done went up to, you know, and talked to a few labels or what have you. And they've told me situations where, like, you know, certain labels was like, hey, you know, we'll drop this bag on you, but we're not gonna promote you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, or it's like, you know, we'll give you this, but if you don't acquire the revenue back to us, then
they can't recoup. Then they're just like, nah.
Yeah, then we're just, you know, either gonna drop you or either in debt. You know what I'm saying? Shelf you. You know what I'm saying?
That's a hard situation that motherfuckers don't really know about.
Yeah, man. So I feel like, honestly, it would be the goal, the dream goal is for like a distribution deal. Or, you know, so if you know you business smart, you know what I'm saying, you know the game, you know how to get in there with them sharks and speak their language and acquire yourself a deal, a partnership deal, then, you know, that's different than just signing to a label, you know what I'm saying, and signing over
ownership.
You know, ownership.
You gotta get a lawyer for that shit sometimes too.
Yeah.
Not sometimes, all the time if it's serious like that.
I feel like you gotta, like, you know, when you sign to a label, you know, it depends on what type of deal you sign. But as far as I know, I don't want nobody, if I sign this deal, and I don't want you to still be able to make money off my streams, make money off my merchandise, you know what I'm saying, my verse money, my show money, everything. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You get a percentage of everything, and it's like I'm left with this, but you get the percentage. Then after the label gets the percentage, then I gotta give my manager a percentage of all that shit too. Man. And then now I'm coming down and I got these little crumbs, you know what I'm saying? I probably got 4-5 kids. You know what I'm saying? My mom, I'm probably, you know, doing a whole bunch. You don't know what they going through, you know what I'm saying, in their personal life. So I feel like, but there's a lot of people out there they ain't gonna tell you that.
Oh no, of course
you know what
not.
I'm saying?
Of course not. It's not. I mean, it's something because it's something to be proud of. You know, you make it to the point where a label's interested in you, you get signed. You don't ever want to break the news to people like, I'm getting fucked right now. Like, I know I'm on this platform to you, and you know what I mean, but I'm really going through some shit right now. There's like requirements out, you know what I mean?
Or sometimes it'd be like it's really a dream come true, because some of these artists, they're really getting from the slums, from the bottom, from the scum of the earth, from nothing. True. So you get somebody like that, and they starving out the mouth, foaming out the mouth, and you like, look,
40,000, here you go,
man. That sounds like a lot.
They're about to. Oh, let me, you know what I'm saying?
Real quick, that, thinking about right now, just like I don't have shit right now.
You can't do that. You gotta be a E40 in the game. You gotta be a hoe. You gotta think about longevity.
It comes down to the passion though. If you don't have it, you don't have the will to like wait to like feel like there's gonna be a brighter day one day because you are putting the work and seeing the fruits of your labor and shit. When you don't have that to stand on, it's like if I don't see the immediate check right now, it's like I'm not doing this shit.
No motivation.
There's no motivation. It's like, oh, this motherfucker's getting paid, not knowing that nigga has 10 years experience. You know what I mean? He's finally getting paid now, and you don't know that. You're just thinking that he's just anyways, bro. It's kind of crazy, bro. But not to veer off too far off the drug abuse and hip hop. I agree with what the angle you guys are coming from on that.
As far as like if it's gonna destroy the genre, I just think that this current like phase, fad of music, same way Snap stopped, same way gangsta music, I mean, people still make these genres, but white jerk music's not at the forefront. It's like niggas gonna get tired of hearing people talking about popping pills.
It's just evolving though. That's my main point. I feel like just how they're telling us is getting different. They're fucking with our psyche, you know what I mean?
I don't feel like it's gonna destroy it though, because like Cal said, man, it's drugs been around forever, man. Drugs been around before probably everybody in this room was born. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So and there've been a lot of great artists who was getting high.
Yeah, getting high. That's
you know what I'm saying?
Fact,
there's a lot of great artists who was getting high that our grandparents was listening to. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's not gonna destroy it. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I feel like some people wouldn't have been as creative if they wasn't high.
That's true. And we ain't talking bad.
As fucked up as it sounds, you know what I'm saying? But there's been a lot of people who's like, I done made the best, some of my best music high. Like shit, you the way you think is just heightens your senses and everything. You know what I'm saying? It's just it does some certain shit for certain people. You know what I'm saying?
And we're not talking bad about people that partake. We're just really talking about the culture as a whole, how this could affect. You know what I mean? Like if you're going through whatever, we're not judging anybody. You feel me? Everybody's going through their shit. I'm just saying when you're looking at recreationally, like just putting it in our face, so like that everybody gets to see, like kids and shit. Like as an adult, you deal with that, but when kids are being exposed to it, it's just different. Like how the approach is now opposed to how it used to be. It's fine because Jay-Z was very slick about talking about dealing.
Right.
But now these motherfuckers are just really making it just got crack in my pocket right now. But not there's no story behind it. You're just saying that I got crack. Like I was growing up, blah blah.
Let me put a suggestion out. If I wanted to have more customers and I was selling drugs, I'd want them to be, I mean, this is kind of fucked up to say, but I'd want them to be as young as possible so I can get them hooked for longer. So I'm making more money off you. Yeah. Because you're going to die off them drugs or whatever.
Dark truth. Or you'd want to know like a deep dark secret or have them or catch them in a vulnerable state. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So either that or that. But yeah, man. I mean, I was watching I was watching an interview with Nipsey, one of Nipsey's interviews. And he was saying how he had stopped sipping lean and how he had stopped smoking because when he would go into these meetings, he didn't want to feel like the less educated person in the room. He didn't want to feel like he was insecure, just too, you know what I'm saying?
Even vulnerable.
Yeah, vulnerable, you know. And he was like, you know, when you come into that situation, it's not about, you know, getting high, but it's like if you get high and I see you high, and I don't do no drugs, by the way, period. I don't do drugs. But if you getting high, and I don't get high, and we come into a business meeting or something, I'm going to feel like I got the edge over you.
That's true.
Because you fucked up. I don't get fucked up, so I know I'm going to be able to think better than you, move faster than you, you know what I'm saying?
I'll maneuver. Bro.
Yeah.
Maneuver right there.
Yeah, for sure. And then they going to see that, and they going to try to work you. So I mean, if you serious about your business, and you know what I'm saying, and you want to, like, yeah, if you serious about your business, man, I don't if I don't do it, I don't promote it.
Yeah.
Period, point blank. You know what I'm saying? If I don't do it, I don't promote it. You know what I'm saying? Everything in my music is I done lived it, did it, anything.
There's a lot of cap in this rap right now, though.
Period.
You know what I mean?
Speaking of that, y'all heard I think it was Genius. They did the interview with Lil Tecca, and they sat down and he's like, oh yeah, he's breaking he said, I got two Glocks, two twin Glocks turn you to a dancer, and he's like, I don't got Glocks, I don't have a gun, like I wouldn't shoot you, this is just all cap.
That's what he said?
That's what he said, yeah.
He aired himself. He did, like, you know, Slim Jesus when he came at the white boy, whatever. He did exactly what he did. He did the exact same thing, but he's still well received, so that's why Slim Jesus came out and was like, yo,
yeah, Slim Jesus beefing. But the thing was, Tecca admitted himself that he was capping. Whereas Slim Jesus was making that music, and when people were saying you're capping, he's like, it's just music. Yeah. You can't just say it's just music. Tecca's saying like I'm just a little ass kid. I'm just making music for the fun of it.
Right.
So that's why it worked for one and it didn't work for the other.
Yeah. But and he's white too. Slim Jesus is white. You know, before Eminem, hip hop was a predominantly black culture.
Yeah.
Black and Latino.
You know, black and Latino, yeah. So you know what I'm saying. And so if he can't come in the game, you gotta be 100. You know what I'm saying. You either gotta be.
You gotta be hard as fuck.
Thorough.
You gotta be hard as a
That's right.
motherfucker.
Yeah, you gotta come in just.
You gotta be hard as
killing
shit.
the game.
I feel like the hardest white. I like I like Machine Gun Kelly, bro. He's a hard.
The
white
hardest
boy.
white boy.
He ain't the hardest, but he's one of
He goes
them.
hard.
He always
He's
got the
one of
energy.
them,
He
for
does.
sure.
Appreciate about that. Yeah.
For sure.
R.I.P. Mac Miller. He was very
Mac Miller was
artistically
hard
great.
too,
Yeah.
You feel me? Yeah. As of right now, I'm not really fucking with G-Eazy at all. You guys fuck with G-Eazy? I'm sorry, I gotta keep it real. I know he's. Congratulations, everything, but
fuck with
the music,
G-Eazy,
I just
man.
can't really fuck with the music like that. I
I
don't know.
like that West Side joint he did with All Black, and I think YG.
And I can appreciate him. It's one of those artists where I'm not gonna be ever throwing him on.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell anybody to turn him off. I don't really check for him like
Nah.
that. It's not my preference.
I feel you. It's just not like my shit.
It's just not my shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
But I'll buy if I'm sipping some.
He had
I'll my head, I don't
he
know.
had a record with Wale. I can't remember what it was called. He dropped off Wale's last project. That record went hard. I can't remember what it was called. But other than that, I don't think I think I've heard like 2 or 3 G-Eazy verses in my life. But I know he got like a fan base. He's tall as fuck.
Is he?
Yeah, he got that going on for him. So you know.
Well, too bad he's not from Seattle, man. Because we would continue talking about him, but he's not from the town. So
Yo, the funniest part about all this shit is you know what the G stands for?
what? Gerald, right?
Yeah, nigga, that's funny as fuck. Gerald Easy, just say the whole thing.
Gerald Easy.
Who you gonna see tonight? Gerald Easy.
Oh my God, this guy, man.
That's not like a comedian.
Salute to that guy, man. Anyways, this shit's getting crazy out here. What do you think about paying for features, man? And do you feel like it's a good investment? And depending on where you are in your career, do you think it's something that you should jump out with?
I'm gonna be real. I just paid for a feature probably like a couple months ago, and I wouldn't do it unless you know that artist is gonna be fully invested in the promotion side as you are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
You know what I'm
important.
saying? I wouldn't do it at all. If you don't got like a, and it's hard to tell. You know what I'm saying? Because some people might portray, you might think they cool from their music and all that shit, but once the business side, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, they don't have to promote the shit. You feel me? Because everybody's in it for the bag. But me knowing that, okay, this is my one and only time, I'll probably never pay for a feature again unless I know that fact, or unless, you know, if you just fuck with me off the love, off the strength, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that shit I wouldn't recommend it, man, unless you know they're gonna be fully invested.
Okay.
You know.
What do you think, Cal?
Now, I think you spoke on something an aspect that a lot of people don't take in consideration, because it don't really matter who you get a verse from if they don't show to their fan base that they give a fuck about that verse, it's gonna get treated as a throwaway.
The song ain't even gonna go 3 blocks.
Yeah,
you know?
That's true.
I mean, by the you know, I mean, you can look at it as like, you know, well, if they type in their name, potentially your track will pop up, but that shit's hit or miss. You know what I'm saying?
It's different though, because you got to think about like when Bobby Shmurda did the fucking song over the Jalil beats, whatever. He did it over that, whatever. The dude started fucking with him after that.
Okay.
So there's certain things you put the song out, and then if your people really fucking with it and you're doing your part in promoting it, sometimes it might even reach the other side where they're like, oh, the nigga might be like, because you got to really think about it. If you did just a random ass verse for just some random ass person, even if it was for money, and they didn't necessarily tell you to promote it, would you promote it?
For me, if I was gonna end up, if I collabed with somebody, I treat all my like collabs as like my own bodies of
shit.
work.
And that's what I think you should do.
Yeah,
That's what I think you should do, but I don't know, what do people really think about that? It's like, if I don't know this guy, I'm just not gonna promote it unless it's hot.
No, because for me, like,
it can still be
you should
hot.
be promoting yourself though.
It can still be hot, and it ain't just gonna get the promotion, because you know a lot of people, like niggas just don't want that shit on their page, or you know what I'm saying?
That's
Who is
true.
this?
Yeah.
Or a lot of people just don't want to, you know, that's just how
they branding
Or just
whatever.
even
Yeah.
give you any type of
give you-
light off
yeah,
of
that's
what
just
they
how
got.
that's just how shit is. You know what I'm saying? But you got to take that shit with a grain of salt
That is true.
and keep it pushing. You know, if you believe in yourself, your time gonna come.
That's true.
At the end of the day, too, that just builds onto your recognition, because when people see who you worked with, because it's not only just about like making your own music, people see how you network and work in the industry. So if they see like you got these collabs with these specific artists, they're gonna be like, this nigga, he actually.
Well, there's that, and there's return investment. If you're gonna buy a feature and you know that whatever you spent on that, you're gonna see back from that.
Yeah.
Technically, that can work out for you too.
You're right.
If you spent $200 on a verse, say you spent $200, and you're like, oh, my streaming can get up to there. I'll just do it. Fuck it, I'll get this money back.
Right.
Yeah.
You might do it that way.
That's a good thought. I wasn't even thinking like that.
Mm-hmm. If you spend like 1,000 on some shit, it's like, nigga, you're not even gonna post my shit. I'm good.
I'm saying
that's
that.
too much money. I'm not gonna make a rack off of this off of streaming right now, and nobody's buying physical singles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna wait off on that because I'm, nah. But yeah, $200 verse or $300 verse, whatever.
I feel like a lot of motherfuckers, and this is what I just started doing. A lot of artists should start like, especially if you're independent, maybe start paying attention to your analytics. What cities is fucking with you? If you did decide to get a feature, don't just go get a feature from like a random motherfucker from out of New York, but you don't got no New York fans. You might want to pay attention to your core base. You know what I'm saying? Your core base fans, and see what cities is actually fuck with you. If you from the East Coast, you know what I'm saying, and if you from North Carolina or something, and you got some fans in New York, then I would see you go ahead and get a little TJ verse or something. But like if you from Seattle or what I'm saying, along the West Coast region, and you getting cities from out of LA fucking with you, then of course you would want to go and get a feature from a hot LA artist or a hot Cali artist or something. You know what I'm saying?
Very smart. That's some game right there.
Yes.
To look at. If you look at your analytics and do that kind of shit,
that's
it
blueprint.
can definitely benefit you.
That's you mentioned that Russ interview that he sat down with Joe Budden.
Very good interview.
He mentioned something like that, how he would
Russ.
Yeah.
Russ, the fucking long hair dude, Italian dude. Right. What's his hottest song? I don't really know
his
shit like
music
that, bro.
Not for like.
I feel like if you don't know his name right there, you probably just haven't came across. He's just I don't know.
His biggest record is that what you want, dollar sign.
Just the light skinned dude, long hair. When you see him, you'll come across him. He's light skinned, bro. He's not black. He's a light skinned guy though. He's a light skinned guy. He's not like a pale white dude. Give him a little culture. Give him a little something. He's Italian. Fuck. Anyways, continue, bro. Whatever.
Yeah, but he said basically that he would. He said he would just tap in with the promoters of the cities, of the spots where his music was streaming. So just tap in with the promoter. He would tap in with the promoter and be like, all right, so like for example, LA was fucking with me. Let me tap in with the promoter in LA. Let me show him these analytics. Show him that people in the city fuck with me. Then you get like you don't gotta get the biggest venue. You just get a small venue. Fill that bitch up with the people that rock with you. Promote specifically to that area, bring them people out. That promoter's gonna keep that in mind. Now the next time you come in, you got a relationship with that nigga, and he can get you a bigger spot because he knows you're gonna bring some people in.
Man. Come on.
So I was like, damn, just
there's a whole lot of gems right now being dropped on this interview.
Big facts.
Sure.
You gotta watch out for spending hella money on these shows too, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pay for no show, bro.
Because I feel like at every point, I mean, I've done it before, and sometimes you really can come up off of it, and especially sometimes it's not always about the money or opportunity. Sometimes you really just want to open up for artists that you respect too. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's that too. You can't just forget about. It's not always about stats and shit. Sometimes because there's certain artist requirements that we need ourselves to like accomplish. I feel like every artist wants to put an album out, maybe go platinum one day, fucking get an award for something, some sort of recognition. There's like those core things. Have my shit on the radio. That's the core thing that I feel like But anyways, features though. Do you guys really see a lot of town artists getting features that are like outside of our town like that though? Often? As far as like not often. It's we kind of stay within the shit, but then
Yeah.
So this time, what made you get where's your feet? Like, is the record gonna be coming out soon? Or?
Yeah, actually, it dropped today.
It dropped today. Okay, you want to talk about that a little bit? Like,
yeah, I mean, it's out, Hustle Complete, Mafi D featuring Babyface Ray.
Okay,
out right now on all platforms.
There you go.
But he's out of Detroit.
Detroit, okay.
So I went and did that based off because I fuck with the music. I listen to that shit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said before, you know what I'm saying. That shit varies,
It varies.
I'm not a regretful person, you know what I'm saying? So, I just got to keep hitting the ground running.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And your people gonna fuck with us. That's all that really matters at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So, man, so there's a fucking cop situation going on, Cal.
Cop getting to Seattle.
I guess we ain't talking about 12 right now. We don't really want to talk about that shit anyways, man. Yeah, whatever, bro. We'll let the cops do what they're doing as long as they're not fucking with us. Are they fucking with us? Oh, okay.
I'm surprised they didn't kill him.
Yeah, man. Whatever, bro. Cops do what you're doing as long as you're not fucking with us, man. We're good. Whatever. I don't even want to talk about the cops, bro. Poverty in Seattle, dog. Cal, this is
poverty in Seattle. That's kind of a big, huge topic. It's like.
Didn't Como 4 just drop some movie on that?
Yeah.
They dropped like a full film on the YouTube. You can just watch for free. And the opening monologue, I turned that shit off. I was like, I'm gonna wait to watch this. That shit sounds like it's gonna be sad as fuck.
Yeah.
It looks. They have it's not even a laughing point. Like, it's just fucked up.
I mean, for me, it's kind of like I realize there's a problem, there's a situation, and they release these things to like bring light to the subject. But it's like, what y'all doing to like come up with a solution? Because I feel a lot of people talking and discussing ideas, but nobody ever come up with a solution.
True.
It's just people be mad about shit. People be mad about this side, and people be mad about this side. But at the end of the day, people are still sleeping outside when it's hella cold. They're still dying. You still see people doing drugs right outside the hospital.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I
It's
mean,
messed up how they pull the cameras out and they're documenting that shit. So are they documenting it now, and now they're gonna put money into it? Now they're showing us. Now they're we're showing you what's going on. Now we're gonna fix it. Or are you just showing us some shit? And then
I think it's just like political stuff. It's just to get whatever law, whatever they want passed. And then as soon as that gets passed, we're gonna stop hearing about this. As far as media, people in Seattle living here are still gonna talk about it and notice it, but we're not gonna hear Como News talk about it. But there's always an agenda why they discuss any of these things. They just want something done, but it's never what we want done.
Oh man.
So I was like, hey,
What do you think about that shit, man? Is that something that's like, I mean, obviously that's a real like dark topic and shit like that, but we all notice it. If we're moving around the city and shit, you see it everywhere you go. Like, and it's moving from, I mean, I feel like what Capitol Hill has changed drastically over the past couple of years. You know what I mean? Like they're being pushed from a certain area, and now it's like they almost don't even know where to go anymore. Like they're knocking down the tent areas and shit. It's like, where are they even going to get to go?
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Cal, man. I'm going to piggyback off what he said. I feel like it's just an agenda. I don't really feel like the people who are exposing this, I don't really feel like they care a whole lot. Like, I feel like there's a hidden agenda behind it, you know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, ratings or, money.
Mm-hmm.
It's always something bigger than what meets the eye.
yeah.
For sure.
So it's bigger than what they
gotta
showing.
keep people in jail, man. So why not just leave them on the streets until they fuck up?
That's legalized slavery.
It is, man. It really is.
When you're an inmate, and whatever you say happen, and whatever someone does to you, it's just like it's off the books. Nobody gonna care about it.
Still
What a
got that
prisoner
paper from
complains.
1776, the same damn one.
Yeah.
Ain't shit changed, man.
No, we had that new record drop, Big Flip Part 2 by South South. Shout outs to South South.
My young niggas, man.
Bass Kids on the production.
Bass Kids.
For sure, that's my guy too.
Town TNT, man. All over the place.
You seen the video?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is gonna be, I think, there's a clip on YouTube, right? Yeah, I seen the clip on YouTube.
Yeah, we don't gotta watch the whole video.
We're just gonna watch like 30 seconds, right? We're just letting time pass, right, for the shit. Oh, wrap up?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we're short on time.
We good, bro. We got.
We already know something.
For sure, let's talk about it. What you guys think about Big Flip?
Man, them niggas is working. Them young niggas is working hard, man. They doing their thing, bro. Every other week they dropping something. They trying to really get up out of here. They got the juice. I fuck with them. As you guys know, I fuck with South. I fuck with Check Team too. And they manager they got behind him, man, he's a beast. He's a beast. Shout out my boy Scooby. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they hard, bro. That video's hot. I like what they doing. They young niggas, so they got that wave. They got that audience, that core audience.
Man.
They just
Energy.
graduated high school, so they still
like
got
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Shit.
So they still got that immediate
old.
young core. You know what I'm saying? Core fans. They might pull up to a high school and you see them high school kids go crazy.
Bro, that's who you gotta watch. You know what I mean? Because these guys are shaping the way of what it's gonna be. These guys are coming up. They know what's hot. You know what I mean?
That sound too. You gotta just like you said. You gotta watch them. You gotta see
watch
what's going on.
Exactly. I think you did that shit well, man. Definitely the records. You know what I mean? Everything you've been putting out lately, bro. Honestly, is very, very. Especially the mental health joint.
Yeah.
It's something that can just really hit your core. But then you also have these, quote unquote party records, just songs to make you feel good about yourself. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Wake up every morning, thank
got
God.
the bag record. You know what I mean? The bag records, whatever. You want to speak on that quickly before we
Yeah, man. It was an opportunity that presented itself. Honestly, my guy who owned y'all seen Bag Clothing.
Yeah,
yeah, that's my bro, man.
Shout out,
and,
man. Got
we
one
from
of
the
those.
same. We from the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I'm a couple generations under him now.
Okay.
But yeah, long story short, man. He's heavy on his business. Street dude turned potential mogul.
Yeah, good dude, man.
And you know what I'm saying, I always like how he handled himself and handled his business. And I'm at the time I'm getting serious with my music. And we had a relationship, so I just asked him, how he felt about the manager role. You know, being a manager, you know, and he thought about it. He told me he had thought about it, but he had told me that at the time he was still doing a lot, you know, with his clothing line and, you know, still pushing. But he had double backed on me and asked me if the offer was still on the table.
Oh, wow.
I told him, yeah. He was like, you know, let's do it. I believe in you. Wow. See what you got going on. And, you know, we hit the ground running.
Not enough, man. That's a blessing right there to have somebody that believe in you. You know what I mean? Like, and that can take your whole shit. Cause I'm sure he sees your vision to a certain extent. It can really help you progress too as well. Right, and that's the key, man. You can't just be getting people, just random ass motherfuckers, man. You can't. If that's a lead, bro. When you have a manager and all that, they gotta care.
Yeah, a lot of people be like, you know, I be seeing a lot of my peers who do music and shit. They be saying they need a manager, but your manager's right there in your face. That nigga who always want to be at the studio with you. Yeah, he don't necessarily rap. You know what I'm saying? But and every time you put out something, he push your shit like it's his. It's your partner. Turn him into your manager. You know what I'm saying? Or if you got an uncle or somebody who believe in you, who's always on you, turn him into your manager. Like, you don't got to go out and hire no manager. You don't have to go out and get somebody with a full resume who's done this, that, and the third. Like, you got somebody right there in your face who could potentially be your manager and have your back.
You see that shit happen a lot too, man. Yeah. A lot of the people that support you
that
the most right in front of your face, bro.
That's you know when they say, you know, putting your people in position. That's literally what it is.
Bullshit.
That's literally what it is. You know what I'm saying? And you don't need no money to do that. You know, boom. Y'all have a conversation, be like, bro, you ever thought about managing with you? And you know, maybe he gonna tell you no, but I bet you when he leave and he go home, he gonna ponder on that shit. Think about that. You know what I'm saying? He gonna think about it and he gonna come back, and if it's meant to be, it's gonna be. Yeah. You feel me? For sure.
I agree, man. Well said, man.
Yeah, as long as you surround yourself with people that are as passionate for you or just as passionate about themselves, I feel like you're gonna succeed.
Yeah. Absolutely, you need that good vibes around you, man. Yeah. Absolutely, all the time. So, well, man, we appreciate you, Mafi D, for coming through, man. Yeah, any last things you want to say? Any updates? Anything you want to let the crowd know, man? Before you
I got a couple tracks, man. I got one in the stash with Louis from MKF. You know what I'm saying? Getting ready to come out. I got another track with Redhead. Getting ready to come out, man. You know, I got a couple projects I'm working on. Of course, the Mafioso 2 gonna drop with Frenchie. I got a potential EP coming with Ralphie Davis. You know what I'm saying?
Man, working.
Let's go.
Yeah, for
on
sure.
Fire, man. You got that shit set out for the whole damn year next year. Shit.
For sure, man. So, you know, just keep being on the lookout, man. I'm about to be dropping more content. I'm about to go content crazy. Couple more singles being dropped. Videos, everything. So, be on the lookout.
What's the Instagram, fam?
Oh, yeah. IG me, man, at Mafi D ClickUp, MAFID KLICKUP. Twitter, Snapchat, all the same. You know what I'm saying? Get at me.
Yes, sir, man.
For sure.
Episode motherfucking 16. This is 17.
This is 17,
man.
yeah. Episode 17, man.
Hey,
we here.
Start one?
Off the jump from one, yep. Gradually, you know, getting the whole setup and all that shit, and now we
come together.
Who knows what's next?
Yo, y'all watch episode 1 and then come back and watch this one again.
Dead ass serious.
Y'all tell me how we making these things happen.
For sure.
Go, man.
For sure. Shout out Hip Hop Seattle, man.
That's God at work.
It's your boy, Mid-Side Def.
Keon Nadi.
Already.
Appreciate y'all.
Do it.
My hustle complete. It really is, though. You know? Happy in these streets. Blood, sweat, and tears, my nigga. This shit ain't no... They fucking with me. This shit ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying?
Fucked up my re-up, fiends blow me up, so you know I had to get back right. Before I had my daughter, I had to get smarter. It took me a long time to stat right. I lost it all on that dice, but made it back that same night. Bobby Brown or plain white, I served her once, she came twice. I hustle for me, I hustle for G's. My hustle complete, my hustle complete. I hustle for me, I hustle for G's. My hustle complete, my hustle complete.
My hustle complete. Da Vinci the T. Bitch swallow this bean. Beat on it like Creed. Damn, I'm trying to get some rap money. This come from the street, boy. Everywhere I go with the street niggas, they fucking with me. 400 degrees. Hot boy shit like Judy now. Niggas pop shit, we gon' shoot at them. Niggas talk crazy, nigga do it then. Fuck a Hellcat, I'ma do the bin. She said fuck me on camera, make a movie then. All F rock graffiti even my stupid ass. Plug said go long and he threw the pass. Touchdown. Links on me, bust down. Bitch carry me, wanna fuck now. Pop 215, tryna come down. Niggas talking about next shit, I'm up now. They deported my plug, fuck Trump now. Fucked up my re-up, I'm a dumb guy. Picked up that 2, had to run down. They the fuck down.
Fucked up my re-up, fiends blow me up, so you know I had to get back right. Before I had my daughter, I had to get smarter. It took me a long time to stat right. I lost it all on that dice, but made it back that same night. Bobby Brown or plain white, I served her once, she came twice. I hustle for me, I hustle for G's. My hustle complete, my hustle complete. I hustle for me, I hustle for G's. My hustle complete, my hustle complete. My hustle complete. Man, why would I compete? I ain't taking orders over no cell phone. You gotta come sit down with me. If I get low, I might touch the plug down and go MIA like Babyface Ray. Light skin bitch, she cute like a kid, so I nicknamed her my Babyface Ray. Don't fuck with me the wrong way. I got killers that fuck with me the strong way. I been hustling all night, had a long day, so my bitch had me up like an entree. I might take the price down if I'm feeling good. I got players everywhere, you just in the hood. If you ran off on me, then it's all good. I'm from the wish a nigga was. You done fucked up your re-impressed about a bitch. The streets is fucked, all these niggas snitch. My nigga did 10, now we gotta do it again. I hope that he learned from this shit. Caught me a bag, made it do a backflip and put the rest of it on rent. These niggas is sad, they ain't never sold shit, but want you to front them a brick, huh? Fucked up my re-up, fiends blow me up, so you know I had to get back right. Before I had my daughter, I had to get smarter. It took me a long time to stat right. I lost it all on that dice, but made it back that same night. Bobby Brown or plain white, I served her once, she came twice. I hustle for me, I hustle for G's. My hustle complete, my hustle complete.